All right. Need a place to put my keyboard now. Let me see. So we're just gonna make some music. I'll talk a little bit, but not as much as I normally would. I have this Logic keyboard. I'm actually still working on getting this wireless mic because I am really tired of having to lean back and forth across this keyboard with this um unidirectional mic that I don't want to buy a boom for because I hate those clamp on booms. They never tend to be really good. And I find that they get in the way half the time anyway when I'm trying to make music. So I'm definitely looking forward to trying to get another clip on. But I didn't like the last one that I had. So I'm asking around the different YouTubers that actually use them and seeing what they're using to get some input. And hopefully we'll get something that sounds a little bit better. In the meantime, let me go into this live and see if I can go in and find the actual video we're on right now so I could join it. Weird. Let me see. Live. I ain't seeing it for some reason. So I'm trying to find it so I can see comments. 1 second. Here we go. For some reason it wasn't showing my latest. Why is it not? I tell you what, the iPad sometimes can be real finicky. Let me just close it out and reopen YouTube so I can see. There we go. Now it's letting me in. Let me turn the volume down. Actually, let me check my voice, see if I can hear myself. Is it pretty clear? Yeah, it sounds clear. Okay, cool. All right. What's up, River Bond? I mean, Bend. Sorry, I don't know why I'm saying River. Hey, Sugar Bites. Yeah, they make some dope stuff. I have a couple of their. I think Aparillo is my favorite one that they make. I think that's how you say it. But yeah, it's pretty good. I like some of their stuff. I'm not I tried to get into a lot of their stuff, but it's some of their stuff is real deep. Like I can't get started on it. It's so deep. So I just kind of veered away from it a little bit. But I don't even know where I'm starting here. I'm gonna find something. I usually just find a plugin and see if I can spark inspiration. So that's what I'm gonna try to do. See if I got something in here that might spark some inspiration. Oh, well, let's go use some of these. I know exactly where we'll go. We're gonna go to Omnisphere for one because I got some new presets, so I might as well jump right into using them. We can put it up there. So let's see. All we have to do is just listen, right? And sometimes you hear a sound and it takes you there where you need to go. And that's the plan. So we're gonna use. I want to try to use these Chronicles from the Stars. Let's see what we got. I'm gonna turn this down close to 6 dB down. Let's turn MPE on. And we'll go back to the first screen. You need a good boom mic stand. Yeah, I like boom mic stands, but my problem is no matter what I use, I have to be in front of it. If you're using one of these what they call unidirectional mics, I mean they only pick up from the front, which is most of these like podcast mics, unless you got a condenser mic. Yeah, Apparillo is fun. All right, let's use Spacewalk. I could play something, but with this, I want to try Spacewalk just for a little bit. Spacewalk, and then we'll see what we come up with. Let's pick a scale. You know what? Let's see. I want to do another. I had a lot of fun messing with this Hungarian scale, which is super different. We'll do D sharp. I'm fine with that. We'll throw in some deviation. We'll allow diminish. And now we can start messing around with this. I do like a little surprise when it comes to the sound. Let's play it, see what we got. And then let's first change this BPM. I like to live anywhere from 65 to 75 on this type of vibe, unless I'm going to make something like that's R&B or hip hop, then I bump it up, obviously. We don't need 96 bars. Let's go we'll go 68. That's fine. New pattern. See, this is what you have to wait for it to get to the next change if you change it. See, it didn't. Now it'll pick up. Yeah, it's kind of. I wish they would change that. So if I flip variations, it should just adjust, but it doesn't. You have to wait for it to get to the next spot. And that's kind of a bummer to me because I want to be able to hear it immediately. So the way I work around that is just drag the MIDI. Because if you drag the MIDI, then you don't have to wait for it. That is correct. It is coming out on iOS and it is $5.99 in the US. I'm not sure what that equates in Europe or other countries. But as far as I know, I think it's $5.99. But it only works on the iPad. So keep that in mind. I'm gonna let's see here. Turn this down so that it's not as loud in your eardrum when it comes across. Yes, the developer is very reasonable and he's definitely engaging and listens to what people say. He's pretty cool. I'm gonna mess around with some of these drums that I have not used. I like this, it's a little different. So I'm gonna use Harmony Bloom now that we picked a scale. But I'm gonna pick a sound first. maybe I won't use Harmony Bloom. The fun is playing music, right? So Harmony Bloom is cool for setting up like arpeggio type patterns and things like that. So I'm just gonna play around and I'm gonna use whatever I play live into that piece to add some spice to this sound to create movements and variations. And if you note on the keyboard monitor, I'm locking in the key not because I don't know what it is, but just because if I just want to see, I can look up and use it as a reference tool. So this part right here, I believe we're gonna put at the end over here. I think that's how we'll start it. And it's okay to have some space in between some of these parts to give the listeners some time to digest what they just listened to. I was watching this video, close this out, yesterday, of this guy who's a movie score producer, and he was saying that a lot of times he'll use like one to two different sounds or instruments, and he'll build the whole track basically on that. And I was like, wow, that's incredible. And the stuff he was making was just unbelievable. But you literally, when you hear it, you would not know if you didn't know that he only used one sound and he just used it in multiple ways. So, anyway, I just thought it was kind of fascinating. And if you're still in the chat, if you could hit the like button, that's kind of nice too. I usually don't say that, but since, you know, it just helps hopefully, I think it helps. Let me say, I think it helps the algorithm. I'm going to switch these different color just so I'm seeing some contrast or something different here. Okay, so that is kind of the textural, what's going on in the background. We can build over that by putting other instruments. And you saw how I put these drums. These are Addictive Drums 2's boutique mallets. I find them good. You can use them for jazz, but I find them good for cinematic type stuff. I don't know. It seems like it's cool. I mean, you can use trip hop too. They have that kind of stuff, but I'm gonna put probably some reverb over these, maybe to make them more cinematic or epic sounding. That's usually the way I would do it. Sorry, my mouse is jumping from my iPad to my computer, so I have both sitting next to each other and I can go between them. Eventually, my goal is to get, if I can, a TX6. And the reason why I want one is because I want to be able to run multiple devices to one thing, but I didn't enjoy the Zoom L6 and all that stuff. I just didn't like it. Part of the reason was it took up space and there was always this little hiss, this little crackling noise you could hear in it. And for me, it was, yeah, it didn't work. So I'm hoping that getting something smaller, more portable, I can use it with the iPhone, I can use it with the iPad, the computer, even use the internal sounds on the Osmos, which I haven't really messed with, partly because I don't really have audio interface. And so this thing could be a mixer slash audio interface, but only if I can find it on sale somewhere cheaper, of course. All right, cool. Let's get back to these drums and see what we can do. All right, let's put some. I want to show you guys another plugin I use sometimes, but let me put some effects on these drums to try to see what we can come up with. I think I'm gonna use the plate reverb, which I don't use all the time, and I'm gonna blend it in with another reverb. Swimming in space. So these are some of the built-in presets. Planetarian. And I'm just gonna play around until I find some. It's okay. didn't really care for that, so let's go with massive, supermassive. This is a free one. Kind of like this right here. Let's add some some what do they call that? Use some Sound Toy stuff. That was crazy. I'm gonna adjust the mix. I ain't gonna pronounce that one. Y'all can see what the title of that one is. All right, let's play around with the drums themselves and switch. All right, let's try. So this is what I ideally think of cinematic. Not as busy as what I was playing, but you can do, depending on the mood and the scene you're trying to create, you could have it start maybe like slow, something like this, and eventually build up to the other. Okay, I got an idea. Let me see where I can figure this out. Okay, cool. I think I see it. All right, so what my idea or did I do that right? Hold on, let me see. Okay, so I'm gonna use this groove here another time, and then at the end, I'm gonna put a fill in that changes it up. So that's what this is for. This is gonna be a fill. Okay, then I'm gonna bring in this next sound, which doesn't sound anything like that. This is it right here. So I'm gonna bring this one in, and we'll have this one play so you can see what's going on. It's kind of hard. Let's see, how many bars do we have here? We'll have this one at least play, goodness gracious, 4 times. Then we'll check out what this other one is down here, and we'll have this one probably take us out. And then we'll go back to the original groove and we'll change that. So we'll go four times on that one. And then we'll go back to the original groove that we started with, which is here. And we'll do this one all the way out. I don't know why I have to do this. And I may have some dropouts too as I'm making this song. So, like for instance, was that 4 times? 1, 2, 3, 4. Yeah, we'll leave this last one off, and then we'll figure something out to go from there. Maybe take another one, but I'll put some fills in between just to make it. We gotta turn this off so it's not playing while that one's playing. This little recycle button throws me off. I don't know what it's doing. It's like it's resampling or something and sending it back through, or I can't figure it out. I'm not gonna put it on though because it gets loud, but I kind of like it. It's weird in its own way. All right, we could use the same little fill over here. Oops. 1, 2, 3. And we'll drop it here. And then we'll do it again. 1, 2, 3, 4. Drop it here. Back into this. And then option it again and put it on this end so that the last part sounds like. There we go. Can always come back and tweak those drums a little more. So maybe let's take the drums off the first portion of it and only play them twice. Allow this to come in first. And we'll use a different fill to bring it in, to bring those drums in. You know what, let's find. Let's use this fill. Might be a little too busy, especially being that this first part is very subtle. So let's find another one that's not. I mean, it can be busy, but not that. Let's see what this one sounds like. I like that. All right, so we'll bring that fill in as the start. I don't know. I still feel like it's a little too much for the beginning. So maybe, hold on, let's see here. Let's try, let's sub it out for this one so that this, there. See what that sounds like. Oh, I gotta remember to turn it off in here. It'll keep playing. So just turn the sync off. All right, so now we got it. Let's try it. So that's a nice bass for that part. Probably should have just played the bass all the way through. I don't know what I was thinking there, but I'll do something to fix that. Let's go back and see where we want the bass to come in. I actually like this part, so I'm going to leave it and I'll just play the rest because I like to play nothing. I'll be honest, I don't like to play a lot of repetitive stuff over and over and over because it's going to get boring. So some parts will be different, some parts will have more movement just to switch it up. Actually, I think I get bored, is what happens. Sometimes the listener likes repetitive, but I get super bored doing that. So, anyway, that's just me. All right, let's play. Let's see, I'm going to start with. I didn't like that last two notes I played, but I like this portion. This I didn't like at all. All right. And it's okay to stop and do phrases with this because it's not like it's what is this note in here? I played an A. Okay. That's not too hard, shouldn't be. I just gotta see what. Yeah, get rid of these. I want to play it though. I don't like. Let's see if I can feel. Okay, let's try that. Yeah, I like that. All right, cool. And just hit this, and now you have the A in place. So that's the cool thing I love about, for any that don't use Ableton. You can do MIDI capture as far as I know in Logic also, but man, that MIDI capture is sweet because I can just play, and then if I feel like oh, I just want to stop there, just capture that moment, and then start building from there and adding to it. Kind of like how a vocalist, I guess, would punch in if he feels he messed up on something. He might like, oh, punch me in at this point, and then record in. So very similar in my mind. All right, let's go. Where are we? Right here. So I'm gonna start. What note did I play in here? The only reason I'm looking at this note, let me see if I can, is what is that, B? Okay, B. That's what I need to know. Just so that I can start with at least a note that I know will fit. So, why is this popping up in the way? Get out of here. Okay, so Ecamm sometimes pops up in my visual, and I'm like, what in the world? I can't see. So I have to constantly move it. It's a little frustrating, but whatever. Um, okay, so join that in, and we'll see where it goes from there. So sometimes I'll play it back, listen to it. And we'll add some more to this in a minute. I'm just trying to do some of this bass. Let it ride out. Okay, I got an idea. Let's switch up the pace here a little bit, do something different. this last part that I was doing, whatever this was. See, just play. Let's try that right there. Dr. Rabbitfoot, hey, appreciate you and thank you for introducing me to, because I have no clue who that is, to be honest with you. But now that you said it, let me write that down actually, so I can look it up and get inspiration from that. David Lynch. This is how you learn new artists, through people telling you, hey, have you heard this? Check this out. Something from Angelo Badalamenti. I don't know, but that name sounds cool, and I love Italian composers, and so I don't know if that's Italian, but it just sounds cool. So I'm gonna roll with it for lack of knowing, but I will write these names down and then I can explore and listen to other people and get more inspiration. Thank you. Audio Gus. Cool. I feel like we are down by the docks conspiring. Interesting. I love it. See, I like that, Audio Gus. I really dig when people can come up with use their imagination to come up with ideas that make the song take them to a different place or whatever. It's just that's the fun part of it. It's not, I don't have to tell you exactly what it is. You just kind of feel it and go there. But thank you. Yeah, that's cool. Fire. I'm gonna have to check all this out. This is cool. I love it. Let's keep going and see what else we can somehow come up with. I'm gonna start it back at the beginning, and then I'm gonna start looking for other sounds, maybe that we can add in something unexpected. I don't know. Wonder what a cello would sound like in there. You can cut peanut butter with. That's dope. Okay, I was playing out of key on purpose, but just so you know. Which actually can be fun sometimes. I don't know why. It just seems, especially with this kind of stuff where it's like, it's very moody and suspenseful and painting a scene of some sort. You can sometimes play off notes and you be like, why is that there? But it makes you feel some kind of way, you know? So, okay, let's go ahead and capture that MIDI. There may be parts in there that I like, some parts I don't, but I'm just gonna rock with it. Because interestingly, what I've heard from different listeners, and recently one of my songs was played on a Seattle radio station. Um, I would tell you the radio station if I could remember, but I don't live in Seattle. But one of the people reached out to me. But anyway, he liked some of the music, so he played one off of my Detective Dan album called Dissonance of Dawn. And that track, actually, I did a YouTube video, you'll see it on there. And that track was the least track I would have thought somebody would like, but it fits because they play a lot of ambient, classical, like moody type music on that radio station. And so it fit the vibe. So you just never know. You just make music because you like it and then build from there. So let me grab my iPad. 1 second. Reminds me of some of the Grim Fandango score. Interesting. Gotta check that out. Contemporary film noir feel. I'm digging it. Yeah, that's exactly what I like. Like detective movies and things of that nature. I love that stuff. Thank you. Appreciate you, Dr. Rabbitfoot. Yeah, it's I used to make a lot of hip hop, jazz, R&B. I still make jazz. I still mess around with it, but I get bored musically when I do the same thing that's so repetitive. So I have to, even if I'm making the same type of music, I got to explore and expand and do different things to push myself to not get bored with stuff. That's just where I'm at musically, I guess. But yeah, so let's listen back and then we'll, excuse me, let's listen back and see where we are. I'm just toying around, to be honest. All of this is improv, minus the spacewalk part of it. So what I've noticed too is if you put too much reverb on things, sometimes everything will get washed out. So you have to be careful, only use it on certain parts. If you have not messed with the Hungarian minor scale, it creates this vibe. It's just something about it. Okay, I added in a little bit more and I didn't like one of the notes that I played, so I'm gonna fix it. But for now, we will join it. And it has to do with this last note over here. For some reason, when I come off of, let me listen to it. Maybe it's back here. I'm gonna go back to where I started. Yeah, I hear there's these couple notes here. I don't really care for these. So I'm gonna get rid of that. And then I'm gonna lengthen this out here and see. Perfect. All right, I like that. Yes, you're right. Riverbed, you're right. It does turn it very gypsy, and but you'll be surprised how many music scores, like when they're creating scenes, use that particular scale. And it sounds slightly different depending on what you use it in or how you use it, I guess I should say. Um, but you can play like a relative scale of it and mix and match them up a little bit so that it sounds quite different and unique. So feel free to do that. Explore I'm always encouraging people to explore. If it sounds good, then it's probably good. You don't have to like bury yourself into the scale too much, but the scale does have a tonal characteristic. And what's really cool that I need to do more of, I'm telling you, but I obviously need to do it myself, is split scales where I do like maybe a Hungarian minor first and then come back after with a second scale where the mood changes. So you can do, I mean, your song has no barrier when you're playing this type of music. You can really just go wherever you want. So maybe you start with a scale at a certain point in the song, you change the scale and do something totally different, but it's relative to it, similar, and then come back to that scale if you want, or stay in that other scale. So, anyway, just something to try. Yeah, it's pretty cool. So, this is where this song lives to me. Remember, in cinematic and ambient, you're creating a mood or a vibe. So, you don't really have to. I mean, you can polish anything. You can go back and tweak it, master it a little bit, change some of the sounds, get your levels right. That's all you're mixing, right? But once you get to where you feel like, okay, that emotionally speaks to me in some way, form, or fashion, and you don't feel it needs anything else, don't force it, right? Stick with it because sometimes the simplicity of having a little bit less is good. Like those drums, I like where they're at right now. At first, I was like, eh, but after I got them to feel a little more cinematic and feel less like hip hop or funk, then it kind of changed the way I felt about them. So keep that in mind when you're building your songs. I'm looking forward to everybody getting this spacewalk on iOS. I think he said 5.99. It comes out. Does it come out tomorrow? I feel like it's tomorrow. I might be wrong, but I think it's tomorrow. Um, it's only on iPad, of course, for iOS. But if you grab it on desktop, and 5.99 is such a good price. So just grab it. I mean, it'll help you get some chord structural ideals together, and then you can take that. And I didn't really show it in this video, but you can make multiple variations and drag and drop them into your timeline, right? Your linear timeline there, and change chord progressions really easy. So if you want to go, like I said, from the Hungarian to something else to change the mood, you can literally, I'm not going to do it here because I like the way this song sounds, but If you click on the spacewalk, just hit your variation, new pattern, save your MIDI, or drag and drop the MIDI straight to the timeline. Go in here and change up. So if you want to go from that Hungarian, which is right here, is mysterious, dramatic, to maybe something that's exotic and haunting in some way or whatever, then you can use the harmonic minor scale. And if you switch between them, you'll find maybe that you get some, or even this Lydian, the dreamy ethereal one. So depending on where you're going, Phrygian is definitely dark and brooding. So no, that is true. So if you mess with that scale, you're going to it is different. So just keep that in mind and figure out which scales you like and piece them together and use different parts to create these cool variations in your song. Have fun, explore, experiment, and I'm looking forward to hearing something. If you guys put something out, shoot me a comment, and I want to hear what you make. Pre-order available now. Oh, pre-order is available now. Excellent. Yeah, so grab the pre-order. I'm gonna grab it too, just because I like the dev. He's super cool, and on top of that, I mean, 5.99 is pretty cheap. So, and that is it. Thank you all for stopping in. I'm looking forward to making some more music. I'll do some more live stuff. I like to show how I make the music. It's kind of fun, and getting ideas from you good people is incredible. I got introduced to some new artists to take a listen to now, so I can get some more inspiration. And yeah, one of the artists that I'm listening to right now is Trig and Gusset. It's actually two guys. They play live instrumentation, but they make video game and movie sound and stuff. It's really cool. Check them out. They're on Spotify. I'm sure they're on other places. And they did this one video game that I like. I don't like the game necessarily, but I like the music from the game. It's about a house that you go into. It's like a maze. But anyway, Trig, Trigg, and Gusset is Gussett. They play saxophone, like live instruments in there. So incredible and very inspirational. At least to me, they are. So, anyway, yeah, man, thank you. Appreciate you, Riverbend Sim. Appreciate you all for stepping in. Audio Gus, Dr. Rabbitfoot. And I think that's all I see. I'm sure there's some more that stopped in that didn't comment, but I appreciate each and every one of you. I'll see you guys on the next video.